What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, I am giving you some updates on the Mustang RTR Spec 2, and we might be going and looking at a new vehicle. Maybe? I don't know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification too so you don't miss any of the upcoming content that we got going on. And give us a big thumbs up if you like what we're doing. And you know you will. I'm a good host. We got good content. We got Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Justice League behind us, so how could you not like this? Yeah, leaving this thing outside made this hood look nasty. We're gonna go ahead and get this front bumper off here real quick so we can get it loaded in the truck and taken over the paint shop. This is painted in the lacquer primer, so we're gonna have to have them refinish all this. It's got a few scrapes on it anyway, so it have to be done all over again anyway. But let's go ahead and get these brackets off in the corner. It's only like 2 bolts. That's all that's holding this thing right now. I didn't do any of the bolts around here, so all we have to do is remove this and we'll be able to pop this thing off and send it off to paint. Time to get this thing off to paint. Should ride good enough back there. When we go and pick it up, we're gonna bring something to wrap it in so nothing gets scraped. And then we're gonna bond this back so that's nothing that we have to worry about either, because that's where you mount the turn signals. Back at Planet 45 in Spring to visit Jose to drop off the bumper, get this thing painted. They've taken care of everything else on the vehicle, so might as well just keep bringing it here. They're doing a good job and everything seems to be matching for the most part, at least the parts that have been painted. So we're gonna drop this off and then hopefully we'll be able to get this before we leave for North Carolina, but no promises. We just dropped off the bumper and I'm not in a real big rush because I'm gonna be traveling for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to Charlotte, North Carolina next week, and then I'm also going to be going, after I return from there, out to Phoenix, Arizona for Gabby. So I'm not in a big hurry, so if they get it done this week, which I doubt is going to get done since I just now dropped it off, that'd be awesome. But if not, we'll get it when we get back, and then by that time I'll be able to take the hood back. I wasn't in a big rush to get the hood to them because I don't want to transport them at the same time, because I don't want them to get damaged or have to worry about anything happening to either part. So we can just spread it out. It's not that big of a deal, but we do have some events that are coming up that we're going to need the vehicle for. So I want to make sure that at least version 2 of the car is done by the time all of this starts. And then hopefully once spring starts or at the end of spring, we'll be able to get the Spec 5 wide body kit started on the vehicle. But until then, we're gonna do with this and it's gonna be rad. So some of you guys have been asking for an update on the Mustang RTR Spec 2 project that we've been working on, and it's actually been coming along pretty good. Haven't been putting a whole lot of time into it since we've had the BMW, but it has not stopped. Right here on top of the BMW, we have all the stuff we need to finish the vehicle version 2, meaning we don't have the wide body kit here just yet. So we have our upper grille, we have our lower grille, these are our bumper vents. What else we got up here? We have our hood vents, we got our LED lights, we have our quarter splitters. So all this stuff is sitting here ready to be put on the car. Oh, there's our front chin up there. As you guys just saw, the bumper has been taken off to paint. So when we get back from North Carolina, that should be done. And we will be able to take the hood off to paint then. And hopefully we'll get that by the time we get back from Arizona. I locked it. So you can't see inside here, but trust me, we have seats in there. You can kind of see it right there. I placed in my order for the seats to come in, so hopefully those things will get here soon. I really don't know how long it's going to take. Sometimes it can be 2-3 weeks for that turnaround to get done on something like that. So we will be getting those Caskin RTR D-Boss seats being put into this version of the vehicle, so that'll be pretty rad. And then from there, it's all just the stuff that I want to have that I don't need. That's getting the Spec 5 body kit on here, then doing the half cage in the back, and I still want to do the digital dash. So that is all that we really need to do. If I see a set of Brembo brakes that show up and they are fairly cheap, I'll get them. I keep watching Facebook Marketplace to see if anything like that hops on there. And if it does, I'm going to see if I can snag it up and we'll put some Brembros on this thing, because mine actually was not a performance pack. My first one was, this one has not been. So once we get everything in here and put together that needs to be done, we're going to start finishing this thing up, and we're going to turn videos back to finishing up this RTR. The Spec 5 wide body may have to wait until the end of spring, start of summer. So we may be looking at a few more months for that. Only reason for that is because there are some plans for this vehicle that we're gonna require showing up not having the wide body kit just yet. But it is coming. I said we were gonna do it. We are definitely gonna do it. And then we still need to finish up some stuff on this stupid BMW. But that's not what this video is about. It's about the Mustang, and the Mustang is doing great. I went through, I cleared out some of the codes. We need to get this thing back on the road, drive around, test it out. But considering I've been messing with the seats, taking off the existing leather and putting that into Gabby's car, I don't like driving around in this a lot with the seats exposed the way that it is. But we're gonna get those replaced soon. So then we'll be out on the streets, thing looking fresh, everything will be good. And then I'll be able to do some more install videos and stuff like that, because I know people really like the install videos. So that is the update on the RTR. It is looking clean though, especially parked right in front of some of its old parts. Man, this is one of those cars that you have to look back on. You know, everybody always says, if you don't turn around and look at your car when you're leaving it, then you don't really love it. I love the crap out of this car, even with it missing a few parts. We are out in the car right now. Gabby and I are going to look at C8s. I'm not saying that we're going to get one, but I'm also not saying that we're not going to get one. So I'm sorry that I couldn't do more with you guys around the vet. That little bit was really all that I got, because I was more interested in checking the vehicle out and whatnot. Though there were 9 cars that showed up to that dealership. 9 cars. That's only 5. But trust me, there's another hand on the other side of Gallardo that has 4 fingers up. The deal with that is I had went to that dealership to look at a C8 before. The issue was everything they had was sold. These ones here were pre-ordered by the dealership for the dealership. And then everybody else, I guess, that he came in after that had done specific orders for their spec to show up. And those are still a few months out. I was told if I wanted to do my own order for the vet, it'd take me probably about 18 months for that thing to show up. So these are ready and available. 2 of them were sold on the way to the dealership. Once they showed up, 2 more were sold. So there's only 5 of these things left. So I had to go and check these dang things out. And I am happy to tell you guys that